Hi, my name is Lance Anthony. I'm the owner and founder of Anthony Spices. Today we're going to be making mini quiche. We're going to be putting all sorts of great fresh ingredients in there. They're awesome. You can freeze them, put them in a Ziploc bag, take them to work, eat them, at work there, or just have something quick and go, easy to go. It's really nice to have. So sit back and enjoy. All right. So here's the ingredients. I've got 8 eggs in a mixing bowl, big enough to mix all these ingredients together. I've got some cheddar jack cheese. You can use any kind of cheese, whether it be cheddar or Swiss or anything milder. We're using the wontons. The wontons are going to be kind of like the pie crust. I've got a little more than 1 cup of the mushrooms. I've got some red onions here, about a 1/2 cup. I got about a 1/2 of a bell pepper, 6 pieces of bacon cooked up and diced, 1/2 cup of milk, and a 1/2 cup of sour cream. We're also going to be spicing it up with my Arizona jalapeno salt. And we're also going to be using some spinach in the mix, and also we need butter to cook everything with. All right, so we'll be back. All right, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put a pretty good helping of butter. I'm actually using, I can't believe it's not butter. Try and cut down the calories just a little bit. Alright, so we're going to get this nice and melted down. Alright, this is where I like to think that I like to caramelize my onions. So we have to keep that on high. And caramelization of onions means that you're bringing out the natural sugars in the onions, which really makes them nice and sweet. Okay, so the onions have been cooking about 3 or 4 minutes on high, and you can see they're starting to turn a nice brown, golden brown. That means they're, you can tell by the smell as well, they get really sweet. Alright, so they're caramelized, pretty much. We're going to go ahead and add the red bell pepper. Mix those up real good. And our diced mushrooms, get that in the mix really well. At this point, the onions have pretty much used up all of the butter. If I need a little bit more juice in there, so I'm going to put a little more butter. Just a little bit, right in the middle there. Just a little, right in the middle. There we go. The butter also gives flavor, additional flavor to all the ingredients we're mixing in. Now, because we're going to be baking this, you don't have to cook everything else extremely well done or anything, but this is just, like I said, this is the mix that's going inside of it. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and mix in the bacon. Get this all nice and mixed up. Alright. So at this point right now, I'm going to add some spinach. And the only reason I'm adding it now as opposed to later is to break it down a little bit so that it's not so big, because these are, like I said, mini quiches, and these are cooked down just a little bit in that steam that we created from the butter. And when they start wilting and cooking, then this will be done. We're going to set this aside, and that's going to be our mix. Alright, there you have it. This is going to be our mix for the quiche, and we're going to let this cool down. We're going to set this aside for right now and work on the other ingredients. Alright, our next step is to get a cupcake pan like this, We should be able to make 12 out of what we have here. I take a little bit of cooking spray, just put a little bit inside each one so our wontons don't stick. I'm going to go ahead and take the wontons. That'll be just like dealing cards here. I'm going to use 2 wontons in each tray here. Just like dealing cards. I can't do this either. Alright. So we're going to do this for all of the trays here. Alright. So now our wontons are in place. Make sure we push them all the way down. We're going to set this aside for right now. And actually now would be a good time to go ahead and turn on the oven. We're going to cook it at 350 degrees. Alright, so in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and mix our batch of eggs here. Find my, there we go. Now you can use a hand blender, hand mixer. Do it on low if you do that. Alright. We'll go ahead and get this blended up real good. You see why I'm using a big pan, because I like to slop it up. Alright, we're going to put in the sour cream. Half cup of sour cream. Going to mix our milk in as well. Okay, at this time we're going to add our jalapeno salt. Like I said, this is my company. This is all natural ingredients, no MSG, no trans fat, gluten-free. It's a great way to spice things up. And we're going to add 1 tablespoon in with this. There we go. Let's start getting this all mixed up. Make sure it's all blended together. Alright, now I'm going to use about 1 cup, a handful, about 1 cup, a handful, maybe a little bit more, our shredded cheddar cheese. Mix that all together. Alright, you can see quiche all written all over this. Alright, now going back to our ingredients we mixed up over here. I'm going to take these now and put them in the filling. Alright, now this looks like quiche. There we go. Alright. Alright, we're going to mix this up really good. One other ingredient, we're going to add a little bit of black pepper. A little cracked black pepper in there. Alright. Mix this up again. Alright, so now we're ready to put it into here. What I probably suggest is using a ladle or a spoon. Make sure you get everything together. Alright. I'm going to use a spoon here. I'm going to put, well, that wasn't too neat, was it? Spoon didn't work so well. Let's try this. There we go. So go ahead and just put, now remember, eggs expand, so you don't need to fill it all the way to the top. Probably about 2/3 of the way up. It's okay if you're a little messy. This looks good. Alright. So we fill all these up. And now they're ready for the oven. been exactly 30 minutes. I think these guys are done. Let's take a look. Oh yeah. Alright. There you have it. Cook these at 350 for a half hour. We have some great little mini quiches. And I'm going to let these cool down before I pull them out because they're extremely hot right now. Well, there you have it. After letting them cool down, taking them out of the pan, put them on a plate. This is what they look like. Just put them in a Ziploc bag and refrigerate them or freeze them. And what you can do is in the morning when you're running late for work or need something real quick, just eat them like a muffin, heat them up in the microwave, eat them like a muffin. Awesome breakfast.